Hi folks, my name is Josh Gahn. I'm the tool repair and maintenance man here at the Wm.T.Spaeder Company. The Wm.T.Spaeder Company is a family-owned mechanical contractor on the shores of Lake Erie in Erie, Pennsylvania, and serving the tri-state area. Most folks think of mechanical contractor and they think that means construction. And it does. But here at the Wm.T.Spaeder Company, we have a service department that you would call to install a hot water heater or if your drain was backed up. So today I thought maybe we could talk about some of the tools the service department uses to clean drains and how technology has changed those tools over the years. Thanks for watching. All jokes aside, folks, here at the Wm.T.Spaeder Company, if you had called us to come and clear a drain, one of our plumbers would probably show up with something just like this. This is a cable machine and it's used for clearing clogs out of a drain. And it uses a cable. This one in particular has up to 100 feet inside the drum. And we have some as small that are powered by a hand drill, an electric drill, cordless these days. And we have some that are much bigger. But this one was in my tool repair shop for repairs, so I thought I'd bring it out so you could have a look. This cable actually has a second cable inside, and when the motor turns this drum, this cable was wound tight so it becomes very rigid so that it could clear roots or any kind of clogs. And for it to become more flexible, we would run the motor in reverse and it would open the coils up and make it more flexible to get through a trap maybe, or if it got stuck. Because now you have to remember, the people operating this machine are basically working blind because it's way down inside a pipe that's typically underground, so they can't see. They have to work by feel. So sometimes it might break, and then it comes to me for repairs. And there's a safety feature that's really kind of interesting. It's very simple, but it's very interesting. Typically, if you're clearing a drain, you might be working in standing water. So the people that manufacture these machines, they figured out that if we use this little bulb to force air into the machine and operate a switch, that way the operator's not working with electricity while he's standing in a pool of water, or she. This machine has a power feed. That's what this piece here at the end is. And while this drum is turning, this lever will force the cable out while it's spinning, or reverse it and feed it back into the drum, which is really handy for the operator so they don't have to have their hands forcing this down the drain or pulling it back out with goodness knows what. But normally there's a tool attached to the end of here, and some of them are kind of ghastly. There's several different tools that serve several different functions. Something like this would probably cut roots or cut up any kind of a softer clog. Whereas this is known as a grease blade, and it would cut through grease that's clogged to lines. It's a little bit flexible. The blade itself is replaceable, simple, effective. The C-type cutters also come in tiny, tiny little ones. They could go down a sink or a bathtub. And then here we have some augers. And it's basically a spring, a little sharp bit on the end that could turn into a clog. Say a piece of cloth maybe got stuck down inside. We could thread right into it and pull it right out. Or if another tool like this one got stuck, it could turn right into it and pull it out. But this one's kind of special. This one's got this little wiggly bit on the end. And what that does, that's a drop head auger. And what that does is it allows the operator to search and find pieces of pipe that tee off and go down. So he can keep working down, down, down. Whoever thought that a wiggly bit would be so important? And any of these tools would attach to the end of this cable. So what if there was a way to take the technology we have in our pockets to watch TV and record videos so that our plumbers could look in the pipes underground before they, say, had to dig up the floor of a grocery store or supermarket. Well, it just so happens there is. This is a drain and sewer inspection camera. Dead serious. This machine has an iPad and a battery inside and a small computer inside. And at the end of this cable, there's a camera. It's got a little bitzel here that goes on the camera to keep it off the bottom of the pipe, so you're not just taking a picture of all the muck inside. This camera has a little detector, so the operators can send it down into the pipes below the ground and use a special metal detector to detect where it is. And it just feeds out like that. And they can send it ever so sweetly down any piece of pipe that's large enough for the camera head to fit. And one of the coolest things, there's even a set of little wheels that go on the end of the camera, like a little truck. So there you have it, folks. Now you know a little bit more about what you might expect if you have to call a plumber to come and unclog your drain. Having a clogged drain can be a traumatic experience, so we thought we'd just give you a little bit of information on what you might expect. We do want to thank you so much for spending your time with us today. If you'll enjoy this, please do like and subscribe. We'll enjoy making them for you. Have a great day.